The adventure with the scientists. In a small town called Inventoria, there lived a girl named Emma. Emma loved science. Her room was filled with books about experiments, nature, and the stars. She dreamed of becoming a scientist one day. Her biggest wish was to visit a real science laboratory and meet scientists who were making amazing discoveries. One sunny morning, Emma received a letter in the mail. It was an invitation to visit the Inventoria Science Institute. Emma's heart raced with excitement as she read the letter. The institute was hosting an open day for young aspiring scientists, and she was invited to join. Emma hurried to tell her parents the exciting news. "Mom, Dad, I've been invited to the Inventoria Science Institute. Can we go?" she asked eagerly. Her parents smiled and nodded. "Of course, Emma. We're so proud of you. Let's get ready and go." When they arrived at the institute, Emma's eyes widened with wonder. The building was enormous, with glass walls and high-tech equipment. Inside, there were different sections for biology, chemistry, physics, and astronomy. Scientists in white lab coats were working on various projects, and the air buzzed with excitement. A friendly scientist named Dr. Bennett greeted Emma and her parents. "Welcome to the Inventoria Science Institute. My name is Dr. Bennett, and I'll be your guide today," she said with a warm smile. Emma felt thrilled. "Thank you, Dr. Bennett. I'm so excited to be here." Dr. Bennett began the tour by showing them the biology section. They saw scientists studying plants and animals, learning about their behaviors and environments. Emma was fascinated by the different experiments and the way the scientists used microscopes to observe tiny details. Next, they visited the chemistry lab. Emma watched in awe as scientists mixed chemicals, creating colorful reactions and bubbling mixtures. Dr. Bennett explained that chemistry helped us understand the materials that make up our world and how they interact. In the physics section, Emma saw scientists working with magnets, lasers, and other equipment. They were studying the forces that govern our universe, from gravity to electricity. Emma was particularly amazed by an experiment that made a small object float in the air using magnets. Finally, they visited the astronomy observatory. Emma looked through a giant telescope and saw distant stars and planets. Dr. Bennett explained how scientists used telescopes to study the universe and learn about its mysteries. Throughout the tour, Emma asked many questions. The scientists were happy to answer and encouraged her curiosity. "Science is all about asking questions and finding answers," Dr. Bennett said. "Never stop being curious, Emma." After the tour, Dr. Bennett invited Emma to join a special experiment in the lab. "Would you like to help us with an experiment, Emma?" she asked. Emma's eyes lit up. "Yes, I'd love to." Dr. Bennett led Emma to a table with different plants. "We're studying how plants grow in different conditions. Let's see how light affects their growth." They set up 3 pots with the same kind of plant. One pot was placed in bright light, another in dim light, and the third in complete darkness. Emma helped measure the plants and took notes on their initial height. "We'll check on these plants over the next few weeks to see how they grow," Dr. Bennett explained. "This experiment will help us understand the importance of light for plant growth." Emma felt proud to be part of a real scientific experiment. She thanked Dr. Bennett and the other scientists for their time and kindness. "This has been the best day ever. Thank you for letting me be a part of it," she said. Dr. Bennett smiled. "You're welcome, Emma. Remember, science is a journey of discovery. Keep exploring and learning, and you can achieve great things." When Emma returned home, she couldn't stop talking about her day at the institute. She shared everything she had learned with her friends and family. Inspired by her experience, Emma set up her own minilab at home. She conducted experiments with plants, water, and simple chemicals, always following safety rules. Emma's enthusiasm for science spread throughout Inventoria. Her friends joined her in conducting experiments and learning about the world around them. They formed a science club and met regularly to share their findings and ideas. One day, Emma received a letter from Dr. Bennett. It contained the results of their plant experiment. The plants in bright light had grown tall and healthy, while the plants in dim light were smaller, and the plants in complete darkness had hardly grown at all. Emma shared the results with her science club. Light is essential for plant growth, she explained. Plants need light to make food through a process called photosynthesis. The club members were impressed and inspired to conduct their own experiments. They studied different topics, from how water affects plant growth to the effects of temperature on various materials. Emma's love for science had sparked a wave of curiosity and learning in her community. As the years passed, Emma's passion for science grew stronger. She excelled in her studies and won awards for her projects. She never forgot her visit to the Inventoria Science Institute and the encouragement she received from Dr. Bennett and the other scientists. Emma went on to become a scientist, working on groundbreaking research that helped improve the world. She always remembered to ask questions, stay curious, and share her knowledge with others. The story of Emma and her journey to becoming a scientist became a cherished tale in Inventoria. It inspired many young children to explore the wonders of science and follow their dreams. Emma's dedication and love for discovery showed everyone that with curiosity, hard work, and a little bit of inspiration, anything is possible. And so, Emma's adventure continued. She knew that the world was full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and she was excited to see where her scientific journey would take her next. The young scientist's journey had just begun, and she was ready for all the challenges and discoveries that lay ahead.